Darren Barker.
And I'm Spencer Oliver.
I'm Sylvester Stallone.
I'm David Hayne.
I'm Clarice.
I'm James DeGale.
I'm Angel Townsend.
I'm Carl Frost.
And
This is The Live Show.
This is The Live Show.
This is The Live Show.
Hello and welcome to the live show. What a great show we had for you last week. We had Lee Selby on.
We're going to get me a drink, mate. You're going to get Spencer.
Do you want to explain this?
Go on, you explain. You're a guest of honour, mate.
So I'm a guest of honour at a boxing show. We're up in Scotland tonight. We're getting about. We was in Wales last week, Lee Selby. Tonight we're up in Scotland and we're at the St Andrews Sporting Club. We're up in our guest of honour and very proud to be doing that, mate, if I'm honest. And I thought Darren put a bow tie on as well. He had one on, if I'm honest, and he bottled out a bit, but there you go. Also, Nicola's going to be watching. She'll be going nuts on wearing his bow tie.
It's black tie. That's black. So I addressed accordingly. Ben Bishop, hello, mate. Evening.
He's on again. Right, so yeah, last week, Lee Selby. Good.
Do you know what? We were sat on the way down, well, on the way back and after the show. It don't, for some reason, he don't come across the greatest when you watch him on telly or on any interviews. He's quite unassuming in that. But what a lovely bloke. Yeah. Honestly, what a lovely family. His brother, I mean, they welcomed us into his house and
yeah, they were really cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
we got to watch
he was
Ben and Holly's adventures, didn't we, on the Disney Channel? Yeah, the little kid running around. It was no, honestly, what a lovely bloke. It was a good show, and he's an ambitious young man, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I think he's going to do really well. Probably one of the best featherweights out there. From when it's Russell Jr. might give him a few problems, but apart from that. But listen, looking back at last weekend's boxing, Triple G, Gennady Golovkin done it again, winning in 2 rounds against Dominic Wade. What a performance! I mean, is there any stopping him?
Well, now I'm retired. I think he's all right. He's
you've had such a squeeze.
I was offered the fight, wasn't I? Yeah. Quick one, just before I forget, you can request a chat. So it's either that side or that side, the little blue thing with the white writing. Request a chat if you haven't logged in, and you can ask myself and Spencer a question. Yeah, I mean, we're going to keep it really boxing, and we haven't got a guest, obviously, because we're up in Scotland doing this show, but we want to run it every Thursday at 8 o'clock. We've got to stay true to our viewers and our supporters. So we're here and we're doing the show. But yeah, I mean, going back to Triple G, I mean, I can't see him being beat. I mean, not at middleweight anyway. You say I think he beats Alvarez as well. I think
Alvarez would have to be a catchweight though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I like Golovkin's views on that. Alvarez, you're the middleweight champion of the world. The limit is 160, not 155 or 156, whatever. Yeah. It's 160. You fight at 160. Otherwise, campaign at another weight. It's ridiculous. I don't know how.
It's going on a lot.
I don't know how the governing bodies are allowing it. I don't know how it's happening. I mean,
I do.
Well, yeah, it's that, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, but at middleweight, he doesn't get beat, in my opinion. I think he beats Alvarez, like I say. The question is if he was to move up. Super middleweight, or even it was Andre Ward, but I think that's gone now. Where he's moved up to like
Ward was way too big for him anyway. I mean, that was sort of.
But anyway, it was a great performance, wasn't it? Two round demolition of Dominic Wade.
Unbeaten fire.
How do you think if he was just talking about Golovkin and the changing of weight, if he was to step up and fight the likes of the Gal or one of them?
It's difficult to say because he's just wiping out everyone at the moment. Middle, he's just like untouchable. Like everyone they put in front of him, and they keep. He's taking a lot of sticks, saying he's not really beating anyone or whatever, but it just seems that everyone that he's boxing is making such easy work of. I mean, we've got Billy Joe Saunders there. That's a fight that Billy Joe was saying could possibly happen for the summer. How would you see Billy Joe boxing against him?
I was about to answer that. I think for a few rounds, Billy Joe causes Golovkin problems. And some people will laugh at me, but he's tricky and he's well schooled, and Billy Joe's lost very few fights his whole career, even as amateur. I think just a handful. But don't get me wrong, there's only one winner there, and it's Golovkin. Without that, he's just too strong. He's got. I think the fights that we need to see him really tested is someone like Canelo. That's a name that stands out for me. I think that if he was gonna be tested by anyone, it would be someone like Canelo. I mean, Canelo Khan coming up soon.
You're going to be out there for that one, right?
Yeah, I'm there. It's my brother's stag do, most importantly, first. But it will be good. And by the way, that'll be a good show next week. We're going to have some guests on, some fans on. I'll be doing it from Vegas. Yeah, it will be a blinder. And you're going to be doing it here, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be coming up as a guest. I dread to think what he's going to be like out in Vegas, if I'm honest. But
I just hope I make it. I hope, I like to be reliable on that. But if I've lost my voice or anything, hold on, let's get a couple. Oh, looking very dapper tonight, gents. Do you owe someone some cash? No, we're going to collect some cash. We are. I've
got a job as a waiter up in Scotland.
Ronnie and Reggie. No, like I say, we're here for the St Andrews Sporting Club. Which is brilliant, and this is the backdrop of the room they've kindly let us. Radisson Blue here. Shout out to Radisson Blue, looks after us. Just on that, guest 1438, who is looking more dapper? I mean, are you going with the bow tie, or are you going to go with the? I don't know. It's one of them weird patterny ties.
It's like a sock.
It's like a sock. It is a sock. It's
like a sock. It's like a sock made into a tie.
Yeah, but anyway, come on. I want to see who you think is dressed about.
All right, come on. Can we get back to the?
Yeah, let's get back. All right. What's your opinion? What is your opinion on Joshua's opponent? I mean, we'll get into that later. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's going to be coming on. That's going to be coming on later on in the show. We are going to be going over that one. We're going to be talking.
Right, I'm not having this. It's definitely a relative of yours, Spence. Spencer's looking smart. Spencer looks the business. That's a moody. That's a moody.
I'm liking it.
All right.
I'll leave me alone.
Okay. 009. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Will we? Loving the backdrop, guys. Are you in a different studio? No, we're like I say in the Radisson Blue.
Basically, studios wherever
we go, wherever we carry this laptop is our studio. Right, we've got another one here. The Klitschko beat Fury reaction. We'll talk about that later, eh?
Yeah, let's keep on the news. Let's keep on track of what we're doing. Let's move on from here. Let me talk about what's going on. Let's get some flow going in this show. Let's talk about James DeGale versus Regino Medina. That's coming up this Saturday. Good fight for DeGale, and obviously he's looking for that big fight with Badu Jack, who's boxing Lucien Bute, I believe, on the same bill as well. And then both of these come through. There's going to be a unification bout. Let's talk about DeGale versus Regino Medina. What do we know about Medina?
He's a tough bloke. I mean, he can whack. I think he's got about 30 knockouts to his name.
He's got 36 fights, six losses with 30 KOs. So it's impressive punch ratio. Mexican. Could be a good fight, but he has been stopped 3 times, and I think DeGale will be looking to make a statement out there. And I think that, you know what, he likes boxing away from home, DeGale, and I believe
a road warrior almost. He's taken Froch's title away from him. Now he's retired. I mean, I think the plan is to be careful the first few rounds. You know, he can whack, and he'll be dangerous in the first few rounds, and then use his skills to get out of the way of the shots, be evasive, and then as the fight goes on, I'm sure he'll be looking for the late stoppage. This is the kind of guy, like you say, he's been stopped 3 times. If you're the world champion, the IBF super middleweight world champion, you have to, you've got to be putting these sort of caliber of opponents away in the later rounds. But hats off to him again, travelling. I mean, he's getting paid well. I think he said that to us, didn't he? When he interviewed, he don't know where our Haymans get his money from, but he goes, he don't care. And why should he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We've got Badu Jack versus Lucien Bute as well on that card. Another super middleweight fight. Badu Jack and James DeGale. Would you fancy that one?
Well, going. I mean, just
do you think he beats Bute?
I think it's trickier than some people are saying. I just think because he's a well-schooled fighter and he's boxed badly of late. But I don't think he's an aged fighter yet. I still think he's got another couple of good fights in him.
Yeah.
And if I'm deadly honest,
do you think? Sorry to jump in on you. Do you think that DeGale beat Lucien Bute last time out? Because that fight was close, man.
I've only watched highlights. I've watched also. That
was a very close fight. It'd be interesting to see what people think if they thought DeGale actually won that fight.
Anyone on there as well? Come on, ask us a question. Get on it.
Come
It's
up.
the beauty of the show. You can come up
And
ask
also, we've got a
questions.
head-to-head that we're going to be showing you very shortly. This one is an absolute classic. Big thanks to Soccer AM for letting us borrow the studios. We went down there and Darren was looking to get revenge on the football, and it's going to be interesting to see how it went. But it was a great laugh, and we'll be showing that very shortly. Just going back to these fights, Darren.
Right. I didn't realise De Gaulle was fighting so soon. To be fair, it has crept up, hasn't it? I think with he was overshadowed in the shadow of the Joshua and whatnot. But it has come around very quickly, that has. I agree with you there. Spencer, you look perfect for the show.
Perhaps it's tuxes every week, mate.
Maybe. Maybe that's your thing every week.
Why not?
I'll take out every week.
Yeah, it's all right. You tell us a scruff bag anyway. Come on, mate.
The guy has real stamina, and he does. And the reason why is his trainer, Jimmy Mack. He's an absolute fitness fanatic.
I've got to tell you, I trained with Jim McDonald. I trained with him for a week. For Sky TV, it was doing. We was travelling around the country. I trained with 10 of the best trainers at the time. There was Jim McDonald. There was Jimmy Tibbs, and I've got to tell you, mate, Enzo Maccanelli. Kazagi,
right?
And I've got to tell you, he was a beast. Out of everyone that I trained with, Brendan Ingle, everyone, he just puts you through it, man. It's like I've never trained as hard in all my life.
He gets on the track with all the boys. You know, he does run over. He does like 800 meters or something in like ridiculously good time. I mean, that's why I fancy him. Going back to the fight, that's why I fancy he'll get the late stoppage, because he has got an engine on him, and I just think he'll weather the storm if there is any at the beginning, and then stick it on him. Jimmy Mack would advise him well. Good that he fights anywhere. I agree with both of them. Yeah, you got to, if you're going to be the champ, you got to be willing to travel. I think that proves if you're a good, if you've got the mentality of a champion. The guy will be seen as a top champion. It's hard. It's too early to say that, isn't it?
Well, I think that.
I know that's your opinion.
I think that he's got unbelievable talent, the gal, and I think he can tough it out as well. I've seen him tough it out before. We've seen him in the gym, and I think that you need them ingredients, because some fighters that are so talented, sometimes there's always an ingredient missing. They're either a little bit chinny or they can't tough it out. I think the gal's got all of that, and I think that my personal opinion is I think that the gal will shine as the best super middleweight out there. I believe that.
You think so?
I believe that he beats Badou Jack.
I do.
I just think he's slick. I think he's good. That's not a personal thing. It's not because we know him. I'm talking with my boxing brain here. I do believe that the gal beats Jack.
Are you a big fan of Jack?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I don't like. I think, and to be fair, it was either a draw or I had Groves winning that fight.
No, I didn't have Groves winning.
Didn't.
No.
I thought he just.
Groves threw the fight away, because I think he was up, and I think that, as in all of Groves' fights, he seems to just tire down the back straight the last 4 rounds.
I think that's the weight issues with George.
But anyway, that was a problem.
Olympic gold. He beat Groves, but was robbed. He will be top man as he is now. Yeah. Well, he is top man. I think he's rated number 1, isn't he?
Yeah, and when he boxed Groves, I was doing a bit of radio that night, and there was nothing in that, man. You could have flipped a coin and it could have gone either way. He was just unfortunate. I mean, had it gone the other way and De Gaulle got it, no one would have argued. I think it was just one of those fights that was that close. And I think if they boxed again now, at this stage of their career, I think you'd have to, De Gaulle would start a big favourite.
Oh, massively, without a doubt. And I mean, you wouldn't get good money in it. I don't think. But the bookies go on form, don't they? Current form, and I think that's why, going back to the Jack fight and Lucien Butte, he's coming off a loss. It's mad. We were saying this on the way down here, weren't we? How has he got that crack at world title after losing to James De Gaulle?
I can't work it out, if I'm honest.
I didn't know you was allowed to do it, did you?
Back in the day, you used to have to come off a win. And I say back in the day, it weren't that long ago, if I'm honest. But he seems to be boxing now for that, and I just can't work it out.
Yeah.
I can't work it out.
It is mad. I mean,
crazy.
I don't know, but good luck to him. He's a good fighter. Joe, I'll tell you a story about Lucien Butte. I boxed in the Acropolis Cup in Greece, Athens, when I was an amateur. There was a team of us or whatever, and I remember sitting in the changing room. Was a big basketball court.
Yeah.
So all the boxers were in the same court, and you're nervous. You're looking, trying to suss out who's who.
Yeah.
And we were looking at the Romanian team, because he's a Romanian living in Canada now, fights out of Canada, but represented Romania. And we were watching them warm up. And they were doing this weird like bowling action, running up and down. And then a bloke started shadowboxing. And honestly, it was like
Something
really weird.
Yeah.
And I thought, honestly, it's got to be a wind up. Is he
Yeah.
doing that? What? I didn't know, but he kept doing it. He's doing it on the pads. I thought, I can't believe this guy's for real.
Yeah.
Knocks everyone out. It was Lucian Butte. He won a gold medal in the CrossFit Cup. He stopped everyone.
It's unbelievable. Do you know what I had that when we went out to America? I remember Clinton Woods was boxing Antonio Tarver. That's where Woods lost his world title. And Glenn Johnson, remember Glenn Johnson? He was on the undercard. He was the worst fighter I've ever seen it in a bag, ever. Like, he was terrible. But the guy just kept turning people over. You do get them fighters. Dennis Andrews, an old one as well, that was just like useless when he was shadowboxing or in a bag. But they just seem to be effective. I think it's that unpredictability in a fighter sometimes where they're that bad that they're actually good, if that makes any sense.
Well, I think that's when a lot of fighters are awkward, aren't they?
Yeah.
So though you don't nothing to
you
watch.
want the guy that comes at you, throwing the jabs, throwing across, not the guy that comes at you and they're all over the place. You think, oh,
who would you
days.
now, just see if you're on the same page as me, if you think of a boxer at any level really now in British boxing is the most awkward fighter out there?
God, I sprung that on me there because I've got to try and think now.
Because I know mine is 100%.
Go on, who's yours?
Ahara Davis.
Yeah,
he's got the weirdest style, but he's effective.
He's got such long arms. He's very, very awkward, isn't he? But yeah, it's a good shout. That Ahara Davis is a great little prospect.
I think that will. There's Craig Stevens over there at the MC. He's just give us a little nods up.
They can't see you.
No, they can't. But I'm just saying that's why I'm going like that.
I thought you said, look, Craig's over there, like they're going to be able to look at him.
Right, let's go. So I'm gonna get through some of these questions. Do you think? Do you think that he needs to come back to the UK and fight? And get the same response from someone like Joshua? I mean, what do you think? I mean, if you go where the money is, don't you? I mean, it's hard to get balance.
Do you know what it is?
Being there for the fans, and so your British fans who can't afford to travel, you can watch him. But
I think it's just with James. James has been. He goes where he gets the best money. They're offering money at the moment to go over the States, where he's getting well paid, and it is a business at the end of the day. And he's going to take them fights, and of course he's going to be fighting here. We're going to see him here. We're going to see him here in some mega fights. You know, you've got Martin Murray boxing George Groves. That's a fight that could happen. The winner of that could box James DeGale. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? Because they're all boxing around. Callum Smith,
he's knocking on the door. He's not far off, is he?
So we're going to see DeGale in some massive fights here. He's just out there at the moment, running around. And to be fair, he's going in other people's backyards and fighting tough guys. I mean, this Medina ain't an easy fight. He's a tough kid, and you got to take your hat off to him.
I think the Medina, the thing that springs to mind straight away is banana skin. Do you know what I mean? Where he can whack 30 knockouts. Yeah. I don't care who you are, what level you fight at, you can obviously dig.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
Right. Let's have what else we've got here. Smith calling him now. Groves and others need to be sorted first. Well, look, Smith's ain't done nothing wrong, has he? Yeah. No. And
I'd love to see that fight. I think that if there's any fighter out there that can maybe test James DeGale, maybe beat James DeGale, I think it's Callum Smith. I think the kid's that good.
Well, I've said is he definitely a world champ?
100%. I've said for a while now, and this was even before Anthony Joshua was a world champion. I said he was the best prospect out there. And someone said to me, what including Anthony Joshua? I went, yeah, that kid is a little bit special. Every now and then someone comes along who's special. Of course, Anthony Joshua's special. He's blowing everyone away. But Callum Smith really can fight.
£1,000 of your money has to go on Smith DeGale. Where you going? It's got to go on either.
That's a tough one, mate. Can I go 500 on this?
No, you can't do that. You can't back with grand.
Yeah, it's a tough one, mate.
Could you call it?
One. Not at the moment, no. I think
I would go with DeGale now.
Yeah.
I just think he's slick.
I couldn't call it at the moment. But look, let's move on.
Yeah,
right?
let's go.
We ain't had this for a while. No, let's move on before we take any questions, because we ain't done this for a while. We want to give these viewers a little something to be watching. So me and Darren are currently 3 apiece in the head-to-heads. We was very kindly invited to Soccer AM to do a head-to-head against, what is it, Neuer? Neuer, is that
Manuel Neuer, the Bayern Munich legend.
So if anyone watches Soccer AM, they know the keeper that's floating around with the arm. And so we was invited down there to do our head-to-head. So like I said, we're currently 3-3.
And what's the loser got to do? Just so people don't know. So at the end of the series, whoever's losing, or lost rather, sorry, after all the head-to-heads. You've got the skydivers, the red arrows.
Yeah, but jump out of a plane.
Jump out. But me and Spencer are petrified of heights.
Both.
I'm joking. We're on the first floor here, and
heights.
my hamstrings are going.
Yeah.
Looking out the window. So
yeah, so that's what we've got to do at the end. At the end of it, we've got some great ones coming up. We're doing darts at the O2 in front of 20,000 people at the final of the Premier Darts. That's going to be a right laugh. We've got some rugby kicking coming up. That's going to be a great laugh as well. But this head-to-head this week was all about Soccer AM. Let's take a look and see how we got on. This week's head-to-head challenge, we've come down to the Soccer AM studios to put it past this big fella, Neuer. How you feeling, Dal?
Do you know what? I would have been confident, but last time out, you done me the penalty shootout at Boreham Wood. But I was in Munich when Chelsea won the Champions League and Drogba scored the winning goal against this man, so I'm hoping that's a good omen for me.
Well, let's see how it goes. Let's take a look. Oh, he's off the bar! Beautiful! Oh! Oh! He's one up. Oh! That was good, to be fair. That was good. Oh, beautiful! That was terrible. Stick to what I know. Oh, you don't miss. Oh,
That's it then, isn't it? I've got a score.
what have I done? All three?
3, yeah.
I've put
So
on three.
if I miss,
You've missed 2, yeah?
yeah, if I miss this, you've won.
Oh. Oh! He's still in the game.
So it's you to win it. I can't believe he's done the shot. You
What
not play
can I
football.
say? What can I say? Beautiful.
Well done, mate.
Here you go.
Done me twice at the
Another
football.
head-to-head. Another victory. Done.
That was easy, wasn't it? For him.
can you believe it?
What can I say?
He don't even play football. And he beat me at the 2 footballing.
Do you know what?
I
I've got to tell you.
can't believe it.
We continued hitting the ball after
He
that.
didn't. He did not miss one. He didn't miss it. He kept doing it. He kept going the same one, same place. Honestly, he was a machine. I think we went to put the ball back about another 10 yards back. I think that was the only one you missed.
I think I hold the Soccer AM record. For
I'm
most
saying,
times.
if you've got Soccer AM, I'm not joking. He would have beaten any team that's been on there, and it made me feel better about it. But
That's 4-3, mate.
4-3.
4-3. Next week, we've got another blinder coming up. Next week, we have got, well, we've got rugby. We've got rugby coming up next week. So Darren's going to be trying to pull it back. You're going to need something special, mate, because this whole kicking game seems to be going my way at the moment.
It does, mate. I think you're a bit of a bandit. I think you play football or something. It's just a little shuffle. He does this little shuffle. I can't explain it. I don't know. He just manages to play the ball. He hit it in that same place every time.
Brilliant.
Should we do some? We've just seen
let's see what's going on there.
a new guest here, Darren Jones. Look, you can come on, mate. Come up, mate. You're logged in. Request, ask us anything. Ask us anything you want, mate.
Yeah, we want to see
So
someone
not-
come up.
No underwear questions or anything like that. Right. Someone there. Oh, Darren must be wearing his Chelsea boots. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Get your parachute ready, Darren. Yeah, unfortunately, that does look like it could happen. Ben Bishop finds it funny. Yes. Have you been practicing?
No, I'm just useless at football, but good at taking penalties. I've got to be honest.
Oh, right. But we've got Darren Jones. Can we bring him up?
Yeah,
Get a
let's bring
question.
Darren Jones up. It was good to see someone come up. I was getting a little bit worried there for a while. Let's see what Darren's got to say. How you doing, Darren, mate?
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah, we're all good, mate.
I'm
We're all
not.
good. What do you
I'm
think?
not after that bloody fucking challenge.
Right,
Yeah.
Darren.
What do you think of that, mate? Smashed it there, didn't I?
Yeah, absolutely on fire.
So what's your question, mate? What's going on?
I've been thinking about doing like a white collar boxing event for a little while.
Wicked.
I just wanted to get your advice, see if you've had any experience with them or.
Yeah, I would say definitely. Spencer's the man to talk for this, but for me, I think you've got experience getting in the ring of one time in your life because it's just a buzz, mate. Honestly, you'll never forget it. I guarantee you, you'll do it again.
So what I do, Darren, is I put on white collar events like we do it against the army a lot. I do it with John McDonald. We do it against the army, against the paras, and I train guys that just do 9 to 5 jobs that just fancy doing boxing. Some of them, the oldest guy, he had his 60th birthday, believe it or not, on there. But we have the whole walk-in thing and everything, and they've started completely from scratch, these geezers, and they go there, and then it's all for charity. We give all the money to the soldiers. We have all the injured soldiers there. Just a wicked event, and everybody that does it, you've got it on film, and it's like whether you never do it again, I'd advise everybody in the world to do it because the feeling you get from that is like no other feeling you're ever going to get, if I'm honest. So I'd say good on you, mate. What's the charity you're doing it for? What's the reason you're doing it?
Well, I haven't sort of picked a charity or anything like that yet. I've just been thinking about doing it.
Right. Come and do it on one of my shows, mate. Come and do it on one of my shows. Send me your details and we'll sort something out.
Do you know what, Dal? We wasn't going to do it this week, but as you come up, we'll give you a signed glove. We've got a couple laying around. So if you send us your details, because Spenny will sort you out, we'll get you, sling you in the ring. But if you send an email with your address to the live show at yahoo.com, and we'll ping you over a glove. You send your details.
We've got some signed gloves. We've got some Johnny Nelson. I think we've got Lee Selby one there.
We've got a few
gloves. We'll ping you over a glove just for coming up, mate. Because we've been doing.
All right, cheers.
We're normally putting out a question every week, but we're a little bit of a shambles this week, if I'm honest, because we're down doing this after dinner speaking thing, and so we just had a little script. We weren't going to give a glove away, but since you popped up, mate, come. We'd love to give you a glove.
Who's your favourite boxer out there in a minute, Dale?
Probably Kilbrook.
Yeah. What I see today, or was it yesterday, that Golovkin said that Brooks on his radar. What do you think of that?
I don't know. It's quite a big jump, isn't it? Going up from welterweight all the way up to face Golovkin at 160, 13 pounds.
It's a weird
big old jump.
Yeah. I think
he might struggle. First fight, fair enough if you want to move up to middleweight, because he seems quite big, Brooke. Like when you see him on the weigh-in day, he seems really dehydrated and knows he's had to lose a lot of weight.
Trust me.
You see him a month after. The fight, flipping it.
He's definitely got little shades of Ricky Hatton there with him, isn't he? It's like unbelievable.
He hides it well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. You've never seen a fighter go down like he's like Ricky. He goes into like intense training camp for 12 weeks, but when obviously he's not training, he sort of blooms up in weight as well. So yeah, he's definitely. But I think at the moment he'd be way too small for Triple G at the moment. If I'm honest, I think he should be focusing sort of elsewhere and looking to clean up the welterweight division, which is packed with talent as well. I mean, there's some great fights out there at welterweight for him.
Yeah, fingers crossed Eddie Hearn can get him a big name in the summer or sort of September time.
I think he's at the stage where they need to get him a big name now. It's not, and trust me and Darren know Kel really well. It's not that he don't want it; he only wants the big fights. But it's just that politics of the game. It's just that sort of he had to box his mandatory last time. He took a lot of stick for that he had to take the fight. But Kel's not in a position where if he give up the title, he could command boxing for another title straight away because he's not known enough. So he had to take that fight, and he got a lot of stick for it, which was wrong because it was a mandatory, and he had to do it to keep his belt. And he proved what a good champion he is by blowing his opponent away.
Yeah, I think he's in a difficult position because he's so dangerous that a lot of the other fighters think, like you said, the risk and reward's not really there. He's not massive in America or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if they take him on, they know that he's a good fighter, undefeated, world champion. The odds aren't really in their favour. So a lot of them seem to want to duck him a bit and don't seem to want to.
Yeah, there's some massive fights out there for him. I mean, talking about Bradley was one that they were talking about maybe next. Yeah. Something like that. But we'd like to see him in with a big name American next, definitely. But listen, good luck with everything, mate. And send us over your details. We'll fire you on that glove. And yeah, let me know if you want to do. I can give you some advice if you want to do some white collar boxing and whatnot.
Perfect.
I'll buy you a beer after.
The right way.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right,
thanks, lads.
Bye, good luck, Darren. God bless, mate. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye, mate. Well, that was cool.
That was nice for it. Dad wants to get in there and.
Do you know what? I'd like going back to that though, because you've seen the shows that we're doing that. I mean, I've had people come in the gym that, trust me, don't know their left hand from their right, and we get them to the stage where they have a fight, and it's like for them, that's just like an all-time lifetime achievement.
And they seem to do another one, don't they?
You know,
it's a bug.
It's a drug, mate. It's a drug. You just can't get off it. It's like, it's unbelievable. But yeah, good luck to Darren, and hopefully he stays in touch.
I'll tell you what, if there is anyone else watching who fancies getting involved in doing a show, we are going to organise one, aren't we?
We've got one coming up at the end of November. We're doing one in town. We're looking at a couple of venues. We've got a lot of lawyers boxing. We've got a lot of barristers boxing on there, believe it or not. These are all first timers as well, but we'll be running that on the show as well. And it's all good fun, and it's all for a good cause, because the cause that we're doing it for is for the Injured Boxers Association, and with Nick Blackwell and what's happened to him in recent times, and myself going back a lifetime ago. You know, it's all for a good cause. So if anyone wants to do any white collar boxing, give us a call.
Nice one. That guest 1441 has invited us to Chelsea Football Club for a charity boxing night there on the 5th or 6th of July. We'll have something up, won't we? Friends and soldiers. That'd be good. If we go down in and suss it out, we'd always like to show our faces at these things, don't we? And show our support for charity.
That's it. Right, moving on. So also at boxing at the weekend, Ortiz, Berto. I mean, the first fight.
You can't forget.
I don't know if anyone saw the first fight, but it was absolutely unbelievable. Both were on the floor.
Like yo-yos,
both were on the floor, yeah. And just a great fight. I mean, who do you pick to win?
Though they're both not on the best bit of form. I mean, Ortiz hasn't fought anyone for a while, but I'm going to go with Berto. He's fought Mayweather. No one beats Mayweather. No one has beat Mayweather, and it's hard to look good against him.
It's a tough fight, though.
It is a tough fight, and he wants revenge when after the first fight. I just fancy Berto, but
no one expected Ortiz to win the first one, though, did they?
No,
if I'm honest. And he just sort of like, so it might be a case of styles, and I think that what you've got in this fight is you've got both guys here that are hanging on to their careers. Like, the loser has got absolutely nowhere to go to finish. And when you're in that situation, boxing at the top, both guys can be dangerous. I mean, that's a mouthwatering fight. They got fight of the year last time, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and rightly so. I just don't know how much Ortiz wants it. You know, it was against Madonna, and he basically quit. I think he said he didn't want it anymore. He didn't want to get hurt anymore.
Yeah, it was Madonna, yeah.
You know, it's
an interesting one.
It is. I just think about. I mean, I thought about it in the amateur, and I'm going about it all the time. My claim to fame. Bradley beat me. Bradley beat me by 2 points, and Berto beat me by 2 points. The Hilton, that was.
She lost to anyone any good.
Good, yeah. Yeah. I was a nearly man.
You did beat a geezer from Mongolia or something, didn't you?
Yeah. I beat all them sort of points.
Yeah. All right,
hold on. Right, I was going to quickly refresh this.
We're back, yeah.
Live TV, that.
Clues in the name, live show. So look, just before we wrap this up, it's been a wicked show, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's been a good show, nice to catch up.
But just before we wrap this up, let's talk about the Fury Klitschko press conference, because I mean, it's got to be mentioned. We've got to talk about this. I mean, Fury, can you believe the size of the geezer?
No.
Absolutely
what makes
unbelievable.
me laugh is with him, right? He says what everyone wants to say. You're a disgrace. You shouldn't go out of the way. He says it himself. He goes, I'm a disgrace. I shouldn't be going out of his way. I don't like the sport. So what do you say to someone there?
You know what he does? I think he's the master of mind games. You know what he done with Klitschko last time is Klitschko's boxed everybody and anybody of all sorts of personalities. He got inside Klitschko's head, which you thought would never be possible, a guy of that experience. And Klitschko just did not know what to do with him. And do you know what he's done there? He's turned up at the press conference, whipped his top off. He looks like a dart player. He looks a complete mess. And he's gone, you lost to a fat man. You lost to a fat man. Klitschko's sculpted beautifully. And he's sitting there thinking, what is going on?
It's a bit like me and you. Fury over it. I'm Klitschko. You'd have done me and all.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, yeah, so that's interesting. Anyway, sorry, 147 Spencer has done the quick fire rounds. You must have missed that.
He missed it.
But yeah, that's it's not. I don't think it's an interesting fight, if I'm honest, and I won't be in a rush to watch it. I'm not, because I'm just going by the first.
Who would you pick?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because Klitschko can't fight any worse. He cannot fight any worse because in order to fight Well, in order for him to fight any worse, it means you'd have to throw no punches for 9 rounds instead of 8. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it was.
Do you know what? The first fight, I was like, so Klitschko's going to win. I thought I couldn't see Fury winning, if I'm honest. But then I've just sort of done that a few times with Fury, and I think that he's a lot better than he actually looks. I mean, he's just so all over the place. He's one of the fighters that we're talking about. He's tall, he's gangly, he's everything you don't want in a fighter. And he's got a massive heart and he's nuts. I mean, them ingredients. A serious.
It's quite a good little comment down here. Ben, I don't know, it wasn't. Guess 1474. Fury is the Jose Mourinho of boxing with mind games, and it ain't a bad shout actually, because he's basically playing the fool and saying that he doesn't like boxing. And I mean, how do you read that? If you're an opponent saying, look at me, I'm a disgrace. I'm useless. I'm a disgrace. I'm fat. Do you know what? Shape, but I'm going to beat you. And how do you think?
Do you know when you've had press conferences before and you box? I remember boxing a geezer once, Fabrice Benachoux. He was a 2-time world champion, and he was coming back. It was the fight before I had my last fight, and he turned up this geezer, and because he was 2-time European champion, 2-time world champion, I was this young kid coming through. He played mind games with me because he looked at me, and I thought, this geezer wants a fight. And do you know when it gets to you? Yeah. And then a couple of things that he said, and he was just really cool. So, and this was on a really mild scale. So my point is that can definitely play with your head. And I think that Fury is just unbelievable about that, like that. He done it against Derek Chisora, and he's doing it with Klitschko. And if he does that again with Klitschko, I think he wins the fight.
Yeah, I shouldn't be saying this as a boxing fan, as one of the co-presenters of the show, but I don't really care about the fight, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's not. I know what you mean. But do you know why I care about the fight? Because I'd love to see Fury versus Joshua. Just love to see that.
All right.
Do you know what I mean? So fingers crossed.
A bit now, it's a blinder.
Yeah, exactly.
Ben Bishop's on that. That is very true. I'm not a big fan of Fury, if I'm honest. I know someone said they're a big fan of him. He's very entertaining. He gave me a bit of stick once because I left Hennessy for all the right reasons. I won't go into it, but forgive me, stick for that was terrible. And I just not my cup of tea. I hope Joshua spanked him. I mean, that's pretty much it. You've got to go in there and do your speed. You've got to go and do his guess up on the speed. You're practicing on the plane and everything. Down, help me.
Absolute nightmare. I just
can't got any jokes for me, down, anything.
Everyone I was going to put in the speech had Cummins. It's made it even worse. Complete nightmare, I know. Complete nightmare. So anyway, I think that's it. So listen, any of the previous shows that you've missed, please go into our archives where you can catch those shows. Big thanks to Darren Jones for coming up, asking the question. That glove is on its way to you, mate. Just send it to our email, the live shows at yahoo.com.
We've got an app coming out very soon. It's just gone to Apple to get verified. Make sure it's all good. So you've had to watch it on these bad boys.
Yeah, and once the app's up, we will be having a regular guest in every week, top class guest. And we'll be giving away loads of prizes, not just boxing gloves, loads of other stuff. And we're really going to juice it up once this app's up. So just keep a lookout for that, guys. But
Vegas next week.
Darren Vegas. Off to Vegas. So the show will be coming live from Vegas. You'll dread to think what sort of state he's going to be in.
But we've made contact with some good guests. I don't want to tell you who they are yet, just in case I'm let down. But there's going to be
You'll have a big name.
Some big draws. We're going to have some fans. We might even have some fans in and that make a real show of it. So I'll be in this box here in the middle, and Spencer will be on to the one just there or whatever side it is.
Side,
so it's going to be a blinding show. Yeah. Thanks to all of you coming in and watching us rabbit on. We enjoy doing
week,
this.
And the show's building all the time. We're getting on thousands every week now, which is really good. I hope you're enjoying all our stuff. But until next Thursday, 8 p.m., where you'll see Darren Barker out in Vegas, I'll be stuck at home in the other little box. This is the live show.
Good luck with your speech, mate.
Nice one. I'm going to need it, I tell you. Good night.